I shot and killed somebody, and it affected me to the point where I had PTSD.
Member for Vancouver Hastings.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I move a bill intituled the Workers' Compensation Amendment Act, of which notice has been given in my name on the order paper, and ask that it be introduced and read for a first time now. This legislation will institute a presumptive clause for first responders in British Columbia. Under the Workers' Compensation Amendment Act, if a first responder is diagnosed with a post-traumatic stress injury, it will be deemed to be as a result of their occupation.
I've seen more in one day than probably someone has seen in their whole life.
What kind of things do you see?
I see faces of death.
This will end the hurdles around Worksafe BC claims and the related unacceptable delays that too many of these public servants who need support are facing today.
After years and years of battling with Worksafe BC, this is where our provincial firefighters end up when we don't get that help, right down here.
First responders, including police officers, firefighters, paramedics, 911 dispatchers, sheriffs, and corrections officers, suffer PTSD at more than double the rate of the general population. Tragically, we saw 63 first responders commit suicide across Canada last year.
1 every 3.5 days commits suicide with an EMS.
19 of those preventable deaths were in British Columbia. This serious mental health challenge first responders face is directly related to their service.
They go home and they take those demons with them. You know, and the four walls start closing in.
It is an injury in every sense of the word, an injury that is caused by the critical and difficult work these public servants do every day.
You gotta get a hold of the roof before the sheriff blows down on everybody.
First responders treat those with health emergencies, ensure public safety, and protect the citizens of British Columbia. In doing that work on our behalf, they too often face extreme and traumatic situations that most of us could not begin to comprehend. We are seeing those stresses exacerbated by the opioid crisis, overdose crisis in our province, where our first responders face this tragedy, dealing with fatalities and numerous overdoses every day.
It came from my ragtag of belongings, but
yes.
I made a potpourri.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Little
salad.
We're gonna smell what the city's cooking.
We know PTSD, like other mental health challenges, is not typically the result of a single event. Rather, it is cumulative in nature.
Give me up! Give me!
Facing these difficult situations, day in and day out over a career, has been shown to trigger PTSD or other mental health injuries.
7 King 11, shots fired! Shots fired!
6 provinces have seen the evidence and adopted comparable legislation. In BC, the suicide numbers would suggest the urgency for action is even more dire, and we have not acted. While this legislation is specific to PTSD, I know there are a number of other mental health challenges that deserve consideration as well. I believe this legislation can set that foundation.
You don't need to go to the fucking ward and have PTSD.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You sit in a room and get deaf and fucked up and depressed and medicated.
If we are going to take meaningful action to support those and protect those who save our lives every day in British Columbia, we need to take that action now. It's time for the government to say yes and pass this bill.
First responders put themselves and put their lives on the line. They deserve to know that their government and their country and the population they serve are standing with them and have their backs.
I move that this bill be placed on the orders of the day for second reading at the next sitting after today.
All members for the question. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Our communities are safer places to live because of the sacrifices that you and your families make every single day.
You have to calm down for ambulance.
Ma'am, the ambulance.
Ma'am,
the ambulance is on its way.
I think he's dead.